Okay, here's my chopstick tutorial video. First of all, the grip. The upper stick goes between these three fingers. The thumb, the pointer, and the middle finger. There's 3 points of contact. The thumb in between pushes and braces the upper stick on the pointer and the middle finger. So that's how you grip the upper stick. Then the lower stick goes also in between those three fingers, but lower, and it rests on the thumb and this finger, which I guess is the ring finger. I don't remember, but yeah. Anyway, so that finger, and so when you have both sticks, it looks like this. See, the upper stick is where I showed before, and then the lower stick is below that, coming through like that. It's resting on this point of this finger, this joint right here, where my finger bends. It's essentially resting in that point. And then this finger is used to brace it. And it moves with the movement of your hand a bit, but when you pinch, you're only using the top stick. See how the bottom one kind of moves? But I'm not trying to move it, it just naturally happens because my hand is bending that way when I control the upper stick. But I'm still getting a good pinch. Now, one point is when you grip it higher, you've got a longer extension of if you need to pick up something big or long, but you have more control and power when you lower your grip on the sticks. I like this point myself. And you don't need a wide space between the pinch. You see how it sort of makes a V shape? It's not like this. It's more. I can open them if I need to, but the idea being that most of the food I have in this bowl, for instance, is small, so I can use this little space to grip all of the stuff in here individually, like this. And you want your pinch to be parallel. You want the sticks to be parallel when you pinch, so just practice doing this. Practice that parallel pinch. If it's slipping on either side, that's not correct. It needs to be parallel and central. The pinch should be one stick over the other. It's kind of weird, that angle, but yeah, that's all there is to it. And then picking up something, you just grab it in there. Pinch it in there. It's real simple. Really simple. And then the only other variation I use is with small stuff like rice. You can't practically just pinch a little bit of rice at a time, because that's not practical or effective when you're eating it. So one thing I learned by watching martial arts films, of all things, was that in China, they'll hold the bowl of rice up to their face and they'll scoop it out with the chopsticks like a shovel into their mouth, essentially. Well, one thing I like to do is use the chopsticks to shovel it and pick it up. You can actually I don't have much rice in this bowl because these are just some of the leftovers I had in the pan. But right there, you see how I've scooped it? I'm not really pinching that bundle of rice and whatever else is in there. I'm supporting it. It's bridging on the chopsticks. I've scooped up a bunch of whatever's in there at once. It's holding itself together and resting on the sticks. See? And actually, if I have a bowl of rice, I can get a pretty good scoop. It does take a practice to a certain amount of practice, really, to figure out how to space the sticks in a scoop, and you can tell if it's falling in between the sticks or they're too close together and it's falling off to either side. So you just gauge it as you're scooping, and that's all there is to it. Excuse me. And then, so yeah, that's it. Just get it. You don't have to have even cooked vegetables. You can have uncooked veggies cut, whatever. Or you can practice on other stuff too. It doesn't have to be vegetables. You can practice on anything really that you can pick up. These chopsticks are all gooey, so I don't want to pick up my keys or anything, but yeah, you can practice on a lot of stuff, and it's just that pinch. That's all there is to it, though. It's really simple, and I like using chopsticks myself. I appreciate it. I like them because you can, excuse me, you can actually get sticks out of nature just off a branch or something and make chopsticks real fast if you're out camping or surviving. You don't have to pack a fork and a spoon around with you. You can just get 2 sticks and use them like chopsticks. So, and that way they're more primitive and practical, and that's one thing I like about them.